Everybody, Tyler here at the Northeast Wisconsin Signature event, checking in. 8626K KACHIGGA coming in out of Michigan. This is a phenomenal looking machine, both performance-wise, and I love the aesthetics. The whole green thing is great as well too. Let's talk about some great things on this rollout from their Gold Rush mech. We going on through, we talking about their big changes they made from Kalahari, coming on here as well, what worked for them, what didn't, and of course how it's working out so far here at this event as well too. A lot of great stuff to pay attention to this robot and so much to learn. Let's check out this team here on Picks and Parts.
This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following.
The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, Girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected. Tana, let's start out with the gold tip mech that you have on here as well. We've been watching a couple of your matches. It's been working out great. Walk me through it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just a one piston actuated. It's 3 bars. We have this downer in here to keep it stable. We added these standoffs here so it can hook onto the rings as well. We chose to use this over a Lady Brown because we're not within the expansion limits when it goes too far. So we chose this. We don't have to spin or anything. I can just drive up, I put it on top of the goal, and then I drive back and rip it out of the corner. It's super great. It grabs the top of it, and it just tips it really well. We can also use it to untip them. So there's a double function of these standoffs. It helps grab the rim a little bit better. So we put it down, and it'll help untip and drive back. So yeah, moving on from that, we have our Gold Rush mech. It's pretty simple, 2-piston rush mech with a clamp on it. I have it so I can activate it in driver. It also helps steal goals out of the corners. That's pretty fun. We chose to do this so we can rush that third goal in the middle. It helps us win matches a little bit more, get that third top ring and auton. So yeah, that's our Gold Rush mech and tip.
What's some of your the rest of your auton strategy look like in a match?
Yeah, so we've been working on a triple top ring auton that rushes the goal, and then it rushes the auton line third goal. We put a ring on that. Then we go and put the preload on the alliance stake. We do this in the middle of the auton because so many people do it either at the end or at the start, so that lets us be more compatible with other teams. Yeah, then we go and put one on the other goal. So that's just, yeah, 9 points.
Let's walk through some of the other aspects when we were talking earlier. You got that locking goal clamp on it. How's that been working out for you?
Very well. It's a over-center locking mechanism. So just once it passes over that centered pivot point, it just locks into place. This is really consistent for scoring because it doesn't, the tilt of the mobile goal doesn't change with how much PSI you have. Like maybe a little bit, but you have to be at like 10 or less. It's also omnidirectional, so you can score on it from any orientation, flat side, corners, even weird corner grabs. This was really important to us because when we rush that center goal and drag it back, especially if we collide with other teams, the goal's orientation afterwards isn't consistent, so being able to clamp onto it from any position and score on it, it was just necessary for that our strategy to even be viable and consistent.
So coming in from Kalahari, which you just competed on recently as well too, you made a couple changes to your robot, switching back to like a Lady Brown type mech, as we mentioned a little bit. Can you walk me through what you had before and why those changes were made?
So at Speedway, we rebuilt since then. We were a direct mech, so it was a chain bar that was ratcheted from the intake, kind of like 1028.
Yeah, so the basket sat right at the start of the intakes with a one-way lock on it, so the ring would always pass through the direct mech, which made loading really fast for us. So we ran that at Speedway. We figured out, hey, it was kind of great, but it didn't really quite suit our needs because we wanted to be able to D-score, especially with the new manual update with the wall stakes. And we also wanted to get that extra top ring and auto on the wall stakes, and we just couldn't get direct mech to fit our needs. So we changed a pretty simple 2-bar. It's just a Lady Brown. It's on a macro. It's got the 3 stages. It's got the loading stage, the score, and then our D-score angle. So we can go through all the stages that we talked about that the direct mech couldn't do. So that's why we changed that. We did like the direct mech. It did load really fast. It was a kind of a unique design, but it just didn't quite suit our needs in the end, so we switched to this before Kalahari and eventually here.
Another big thing about the direct mech is that it wasn't able to score on the alliance stake, and that was nice. Like, our hooks are capable of scoring on the alliance stake. We have a distance sensor for lining up for it in like scales and driver, but some routes, it's really nice to just be able to use the wall stake mechanism for it, because then you can line up, be angled towards that goal. It just leads to like more optimized routing. So that was, yeah.
Looking at the new rule updates that we've seen coming here to Northeast Wisconsin, has that really modified your gameplay at all? And how do you like the new rule updates so far?
So I'm not really a big fan of the corner change. I think it should have been like 20 seconds, but the corners going to 30 seconds, I think it promotes hang a little bit more. I don't think it's quite where they want it to be. But with Tier 3 now being 12 points and you get that extra time, plus with the top ring on top of the high stake, I think it definitely promotes it a lot more. I don't know if we will see any changes with this robot before our states. Maybe for Worlds we might experiment with Tier 3. But other than that, I mean, the corner changes have taken some getting used to, but it hasn't really affected our overall game strategy too much. Do you have anything to touch?
Yeah, I guess I've noticed that there's a lot more negative corner camping. You just have so much more time, and we've definitely been cycling through wall stakes a lot more. Usually, I don't know, they're just getting filled so much faster now because people don't have something to do other than that and just negative corner play. Yeah.
Last thing I want to ask you is your team has definitely been vying for excellence awards at many of your events, both here and at states. What is maybe some advice you have to other teams who are looking at kind of getting to that next level and vying for excellence
Do your
awards?
notebooks. I love notebook. Everybody should notebook. Start early, be consistent, just stick with it. Even if it's just a few pages a week, just try to cover it. Read the rubric. Really read the rubric. Let's see.
Yeah, make sure you practice your interview as well, and just, well document your robot, and then make sure you allot some time for skills. Skills will definitely help you. You have to be, top 40% to get that excellence. So yeah, make sure you do your skills notebook and practice your interview.
Well, Kachigga, thank you so much for taking the time to tell us more about your robot. Give some great advice as well, too, with that. We wish you best of luck here, both robot performance and excellence awards-wise. We can't wait to see how you continue and hope to see you at Worlds as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. See you there.
The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected.